Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me, my students? ممتاز. Excellent. Okay. Did you study well? درستوا منيح؟ You know which lesson you have, صح? The revision will be about the forces. درس الforces. Excellent, ديما. جانا، كريستا، هلا شديد. Okay. Excellent. We will start in 2 minutes. Don't forget to share with your friends so they can benefit from the revision. Okay? Hi, Ali. Hi, Kareem. Yes, we will start now, Kareem. We will start in 2 minutes. Okay, Dima, inform them. I want you to focus on the revision, nothing else. Okay? And if you have any question, anything you don't understand, you just ask. Good afternoon, Mayar. Good afternoon, Lina. Actually, it's good evening, students. We are already 6:30, 6:29. Okay, Jana. Hala Ahmad. Yumna. Did you subscribe to the channel? Don't forget to click on subscribe so you get notification whenever we have a live. You're welcome, Ali. I'm fine, thanks, Mayar. Okay, students, we will start now. The revision. We'll have different types of questions today. يكون معنا أسئلة مختلفة. I want to see your answers. Okay, Jana. We will start. Question A. Name the following. Number 1. A force that tries to slow things down when two things rub together. And please write the correct spellings. A force that tries to slow things down when two things rub together. Show me your correct answers with the correct spelling. Excellent. Amazing. It shows that you really studied. It's friction. Friction is the force that tries to slow things down when two things rub together. Number 2, when two forces working in opposite directions are not the same strength. What we call this? When two forces working in opposite direction are not the same strength. Number 2, what we call it? When two forces working in opposite direction are not the same strength. Please full answer. Malak, check your answer. Excellent. It's unbalanced force. Unbalanced force. Amazing. Number 3, the unit of force, N. What we call it? The unit of force. What we call the unit of force, which we refer to it by N. Number 3, don't forget to write the question number. Question 3, the unit of force, N. Ali Nasser, Hala Ahmed, Jana Basyuni, Lin Shadid, Jana, Roma, Zubayda. Excellent. It's Newton. Amazing girls, amazing boys, amazing students. Number 4, the force of attraction between two objects. The Earth has a large force of gravity which pulls things towards it. There is a clue in the answer. There is a clue for the answer in the statement. It's the force of attraction between two things, can be anything, but the Earth has a large force of gravity which pulls things towards it. What we call it? What we call this force? Leen, Hala Ahmad. Hala Ahmad, give me the name of the force itself. Jana Muhammad, please check your spelling. Zubayda, Jana Basyuni, Yumna, Leen Dima. Excellent. It's a gravitational force. The force, the Earth has a large force of gravity which pulls things towards it. We call it gravitational force. Number 5, an easy one, a pull or push. This is very easy. A pull or push. Number 5. Write the question number. ما تنسوا رقم السؤال. Pull or push. الجذب والدفع شو بنسميها؟ هلا أحمد، لين شديد، علي ناصر، يمنى ميار، ديما جنى بسيوني، ديما الصباغ. Excellent. All of you are amazing. Amazing. It's force. Number 6, a piece of equipment containing a spring that is used to measure force. Be careful, it's a piece of equipment. So what we are asking about here? A piece of equipment containing a spring that is used to measure forces. What we call this equipment? It has two names. Give me both. Hala Ahmad, Jana Basyuni, it's one word. It's not two separate words. The equipment is one word. Lin Shadid, excellent. Yumna, Hala Ahmad, Jana Basyuni, it's one word. You have to write it as one word. Krista Asaf also. Dima Sabaq also. Mayar. Please be careful. We write it as force meter is one word. It's not two words. Or Newton meter. Excellent. Amazing. Number 7. They can attract and repel each other. They also attract things made of iron. Here is the clue. They attract things made of iron. Number 7. What is this thing that attracts things made of iron? What we call it? Attract and repel each other. And they also attract things made of iron. Number 7. Inas, write the question number. Ali Nasser, amazing. Razrox, Zubaida. Lin Shadid, we are not asking about the force. Ali Nasser, Yumna. Excellent. It's magnet. The magnet can attract and repel each other. They also attract things made of iron. Okay? Question B. Circle the best answer. We have statements under the picture, and we have some statements with different options in each statement. We need to select the best answer. We have a picture showing two groups of people pulling a rope with 1000 newtons each side. The force shown above are pushing or pulling force. The force shown above are pushing or pulling force. Pushing or pulling. Excellent. It's a pulling force. You are excellent. Second statement. The forces shown above are working together or opposite forces? Welcome Shamsa. Correct answer. Muhammad al-Mubarak. Lina. Excellent Lina. We are in B now. The forces shown above are working together or opposite forces? Ali Nasser, Hala Ahmed. Who else? Jana. Excellent. It's opposite forces. C. The forces are equal or not equal? The forces are equal or not equal? We see in newtons, they are equal or not equal? Hala Ahmad, Jana Muhammad, sorry, Ali Nasser. Excellent. It's equal because both sides is 1000. The forces do or do not balance each other. D. The forces do or do not balance each other. They do balance each other or they do not? Inas, check your answer. Both sides it's 1000, so definitely it's equal. And D, they do balance, of course. If they are equal, they do balance each other. The result force is 1000 Newton to the right or 1000 newtons to the left or 0. E. What is the final force, the resultant of these two forces? Yes, Jana. Please, girls, don't fight or I block whoever is fighting here. Dima Muhammad, excellent. Christine, Hala, Lara, amazing. You are brilliant. Of course, it's 0. 1000 minus 1000. It will be 0. The last statement, there is or is not motion. There is motion or there is no motion. There is motion or there is no motion. Okay, we are in F now. Excellent answers for E. Excellent, Dima. Okay, there is motion or there is no motion. Check your answers. How there will be a motion if we say they balance and we say the resultant force is 0? No, no, students. All of you are not correct. Of course, there is no motion. There is no motion. They are balanced. When we have a balanced forces on both sides, then there is no motion. Yes, correct your answers. Okay, Lean. Okay, Mayar. No motion. When we have a balanced force, you have to understand. When we have a balanced force, the resultant of the force is 0, so there is no motion. The force is equal, then there is no motion. Okay? We'll move to the next question. We will move to the next question. Same, you have a drawing and you have some questions on this drawing. We have a drawing here. She is pulling by 200 newtons. They are with 100 newtons, the boys. The force shown above are pushing or pulling forces. Pulling or pushing forces. Sama, so what it is balanced, you cannot move more than what is there. Exactly. If it's balanced, no movement. Camelia and Jana Arnaut, if you don't focus on the revision, I will have to block both of you from the comments, from the live chat. Okay? Now please answer A. Yes, it's pulling forces. Each one is pulling to their side. It's a pulling forces. The forces are equal or not equal? B. The forces are equal or not equal? The forces are equal or not equal, B, in this picture? Excellent. It's not equal because one side is 200 newtons and one side is 100 newton. Can you tell me what is the resultant of the balance here? Excellent. It's not equal. But what is the resultant? Okay. Excellent, Dima. It's 100 Newton, of course. Okay, next. C. The force do or do not balance each other. Do they balance or they do not balance each other? Okay, Zubaida, not equal. Excellent. All of you, 100. Excellent. Amazing. Now C. The forces do or do not balance. Do not, of course, because one side is 200, one side is 100. Of course, it do not balance. The stronger force is pulling to the right or to the left? D. The stronger force is pulling to the right or to the left? Amazing answers. You are excellent students. It shows that you really studied well. Kareem, which is Malak. Yes, Malak. Right or left? Excellent. It's to the left. So D is left. E, the weaker force is pulling to the right or the left? If the stronger is the left, then the weaker is to the weaker force is pulling to the excellent. It's right. Of course, it will pull to the right. The last one on this picture, motion is to the right or to the left? The motion F. Question F. Motion is to the right or to the left? The motion is to the right or to the left? F, to the right. Excellent. Awesome. ممتازين. Now we have, sorry, C. Circle the best answer of line provided. We have a multiple choice questions now. Number 1. When the forces are balanced, the total force is? When the forces are balanced, the total force is? Question number 1 in multiple choice. I want to see the answers. When forces are balanced, the total force is? Show me your answers. Is 0, of course. Sorry, we have done a selection, wrong selection here. Of course, motion is to the left. We said left, but we highlighted the right. We need to correct it. It's left. Okay? You're following with me? Are you with me? Okay, we'll have multiple choice number 2 now. Okay, a force is which one of these? A force is which one of these? Excellent, amazing, all of you correct. A push or pull. This is the definition of force. Question number 3. Force is measured in which unit? Kilograms, newtons, degrees, ms2. Question number 3. Tell me your answers. I want to see your answers for question number 3. Excellent. It's newtons. Perfect, students. Now question number 4. If John is pulling a rope to the left with a force of 30 Newton, while Michelle is pulling to the right with a force of 45 Newton, the rope will move right with a force of 15 Newton. Is it true statement or false? Tell me, what's the correct answer? True or false? Show me your answers. Please put the question number. We are in question 4. 30 newtons to the left, 45 newtons to the right. The rope will move right with a force of 15 Newton. True or false? True or false? Excellent. Of course, it's true because 45 minus 30 is 15 and it's to the right. Number 5. The force resulting from the pull of Earth on an object is, be careful to the clue in the statement. Mass, gravity, weight, acceleration. Camelia, I don't allow bad words. Please don't abuse your friends in the live chat. This is the last warning. Okay? Thank you for deleting it. Number 5, the force resulting from the pull of Earth on an object is mass, gravity, weight, acceleration. Excellent. It's gravity, of course. We'll move to question number 6. Forces that delete the effect of each other are called unbalanced, balanced, zero, many. Which type of force? What we call the forces that delete the effect of each other? Number 6. Yeah. Tell me. What is the correct answer for number 6? The forces that delete the effect of each other. Read the question carefully. Delete the effect of each other. Girls, what happened? Leen, Jana, Dima, all of you incorrect answers. Kareem, which is Malak, Jana, all of you wrong answers. If you are following each other's, then you are not reading. Read the question. Forces that delete. Delete means the result is no force. 0. Balanced or unbalanced? Of course, it's balanced. Be careful when you read the questions. When we say the result is 0, when we say both sides equal, when we say delete the effect of each other, always it's balanced. If you see the total Newton on both sides, on each side is the same, then it's a balanced force. Okay? Question number 7. This type of force affects two objects that are touching each other. Touching each other. It affects the objects that are touching each other. Question number 7. Put the question number, please. Jana, which question? 6 or 7? Jana Muhammad, which question you want me to explain? 6 or 7? I see different answers. B and D for 7. 6, ma'am. Okay, Jana, I will repeat 6. It says forces that delete the effect of each other. Delete means what? Means we have two forces, one on the right, let's say, and one on the left. But one is cancelling the other, means one is equal to the other. So the result is 0. When we have 0 force, then it's a balanced force. When one deleting the other, then they are equal. When they are equal, it's balanced. Did you understand it, Jana? Okay, 7, the correct answer is B, fraction. Excellent. Now question number 8. In order for an object to begin to move, stop moving, or change direction, which of the following must be present? Now you have to understand, you have 4 options. Unbalanced force, friction force, balanced force, none of the above. Okay, let's take them one by one, compare it to the question. The question says, in order for an object to begin to move, there is one effect. Stop moving, another effect. Change direction, a third effect. If we say balanced force, we said balanced force has no effect. Friction, we know that friction stops things from moving, slows them down until they stop. So the correct answer will be for question number 8. Can you show me your answers if you understood the question? Leen, answer one time, please. Okay, Hala. Okay, Dima, Leen, Shaima, Shamsa, sorry, Malak, Dima, Sabba, Kareem. Excellent. So the correct answer is unbalanced force. We'll move to question number 9. Question number 9. Two forces working in opposite direction, each with a force of 20 Newton are, so again we are explaining, we have two forces, one to the right, one to the left, each one is 20 Newton. So this is a balanced force ولا unbalanced or even or different? What kind of force is here? Okay, Hala Ahmed is asking about question 8, how it's unbalanced force. Okay. Hala Ahmed, to make anything move, then you need to put unbalanced force, because if you have a ball, for example, you need to kick it with some force. Your force of kicking should be stronger than the resistance of the gravity and the resistance of the air, right? So it will move. So you have an unbalanced force, it make it move, begins to move. Stop moving. You have, let's say, again the ball, and it's moving. You will come and put your feet on it suddenly. The force of your feet on the ball should be stronger than the force of the moving of the ball. It will stop. Same for changing direction. The ball is coming towards you, you will kick it, it will go back. So the force of kicking is stronger than the force of the other person who kicked it, so it will go back. So always, to move and stop and change direction, you need an unbalanced force. Okay? Did you understand, Hala Ahmed? Can you please confirm so we answer number 9? Hala Ahmed? Anyway, we'll stop 2 minutes عشان الأذان وبننتظر رد هلا أحمد. Okay, question number 9. Two forces working in opposite direction, each with force of 20 Newton, are balanced, unbalanced, uneven, or different. Most of you have answered A, which is a correct answer. It's a balanced because both sides are equal. We'll move to question number 10. Can you hear me? Question number 10. Electrical currents are example of non-contact forces. True or false? You have studied two types of forces, contact forces and non-contact forces, right? And you have studied 3 examples of non-contact forces. So electrical currents are examples of non-contact forces. True or false? True. Excellent. Because the examples you studied is electrostatics, which is Electrical current is one of them. Khadra, welcome. Now question number 11. The force that makes a rolling ball slow down and stop it. Again, we explain. Is it energy, gravity, friction, or weight? Makes a rolling ball slow down and stop. Which type of force is this? A, B, C, or D for question number 11. Watan Shamikh, Lara Ahmed, Jana Basyuni, Ali Nasser, Malak, Zubayda, Dima. Excellent. It's friction. الاحتكاك. Friction always slows down moving objects. Question number 12. Earth exerts a or an force that pulls a person or an object wearing a parachute to the ground. What does the earth have? Which type of force that pulls a person or an object wearing a parachute to the ground? Question number 12. Write the question number. Write the question number for question number 12. Welcome, Maha. Okay, we are in question 12. What's your answers? D, 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 D. Amazing. Of course, it's gravitational force that pulls a person or an object wearing a parachute to the ground. Question number 13. If we hold up a marker and let go of it, what will happen? The force upward is greater than the force downward. The force downward is greater than the force upward. There is no force involved. Question number 13. Question number 13. Kareem, Jana, Maha, Lara. Excellent. Of course, the force downward is greater than the force upward. That's why when we leave it, when we let the marker go, it falls down to the ground. Excellent. Christine, Nur Matar. Welcome, Nur Matar. Okay, question 14. Is the force between charged particles unbalanced force, balanced force, electric force, no force? Question 14. Question number 14 is the force between charged particles. You know what's charged particles, right? Write the question number. 14. Question number 14. Excellent. It's electric force because we are saying charged particles. Amazing. Question number 15. If the force produced by the engine of the car is larger than the force of friction, then the car remains in its place, moves in the direction of the friction, moves in the direction of the force produced by the engine, does not accelerate. 15. A, B, or C? Question number, please. Question number 15. Kareem, Lara, Hala Shadid, Noor Matar. Watan Shamikh, please send your answer one time. Hala Ahmed, Shamsa, Maha, Jana. Excellent. Muhammad Al-Mubarak, Zubayda, Yumna, welcome back. Inas Umar, welcome. Okay, great. So moves in the direction of the force produced by the engine. Last one in the multiple choice. Which of the following is not an example of non-contact forces? Again, we said you have learned 3 examples of non-contact forces. So which one of the following is not an example? Be careful, not an example of non-contact forces. Is it magnetic force, strain force, electrostatic force, gravitational force? Malak, Maha, Lara, Dima, Leen, Hala Ahmed. Excellent. Amazing. Leen Shadid, Jana Muhammad. You are brilliant. So now from this question, remember the non-contact forces are magnetic force, electrostatic force, gravitational force. Remember them, okay? For the next question. Okay, now question D. Give 2 examples of pushing force and 2 examples of pulling force. You need to write for me 2 examples of pushing force, and I need a proper example, not one word. You need to give me an example. Okay? First, give me the examples for pushing force. Pushing force first. Give me examples of pushing force. Pushing. We always go for shopping with our parents. What do we do? Pushing a door and pushing a car. Yes, pushing a broke down car. Pushing a big table. The boy kicked the ball. When I push the door, when I push a chair. Okay, push and pull the door. Pushing a cart. Excellent. Pushing a trolley means. Lena, pushing force, shopping car. Excellent. It's called cart. Closing the door, pushing the trolley. Excellent, Hala. Maha Hanash, pushing door. Yes. Pushing trolley. Okay, amazing. So first one, in the pushing force, we'll take pushing the trolley, which is the shopping cart. Most of you have wrote it. And the second one is pushing off the car when it breaks down. Excellent. Now we need the pulling forces. 2 examples of pulling forces. Pulling a door and pulling a chair. Yes. What else? Give me an innovative one for pulling. Think something different than the chair and the door. Open a marker. Nice, Jana. pulling door, pulling the drawer, pulling door, pulling an item from the store, pulling a ball. Okay, when you use pulling, it's like closer to the correct answer. We'll say opening a door. When we open the door, we pull it towards ourselves. And the other one, I'll give you a new one. Okay, you know when before they used to pull or draw the bucket from the well to get the water, drawing a bucket of water from well. This is pulling, right? Excellent. Now the next question, I will explain it and put the arrows directly on it. It says label the forces on these pictures. We have different 4 pictures and we need to draw an arrows and label the force. Okay? In the first picture, what do you think will happen to this player? This player will fall down on the floor because of the gravitational force. At the same time, he is kicking the ball to the right or to the front, so the ball has a force on it, which is kicking force. And at the same time, the ball has another force on it, which will bring it down. Depends on which force is bigger. So the ball will have also gravitational force. Right? In the second drawing, similarly, we'll have 2 different forces on this cricket ball. One towards the gravity and one wherever the player is kicking the ball, right? In the third picture, we have a push. We have a pushing force that he's pushing the cart, right? Excellent. Star. Amazing answers. Yumna, Jana. The last one, when children play on the slide, they go directly down because of the gravitational force. Excellent. Amazing. Now we have a different question. You need to name these forces. A force which pulls you down. What we call this force? Question number F1. Sorry. Question number F1. A force which pulls you down. What we call it? Question F1. A force which pulls you down. I want to see the answers. Lina, rightful answer. I'm asking about a force name. So you should tell me, like others wrote, Hala Ahmad, Dima Muhammad, Watan Shamikh, gravitational force. So the full name of this force is gravitational force. Okay, the force occurs in car crash. What's the name of this force? The force occurs in car crash. What we call this type of force? Number 2. Not pulling. I need what we call this force. It's which type of force? It's one of the contact forces, correct, Jana? But what is the name of it? Car crash is a very famous example of one of these contact forces, which we call it Maha. Also, what we call this type of contact force? Again, contact force is very general. Air resistant is contact force. Water resistant is contact force. Pulling and pushing is contact force. All these comes under contact force, but each one has a different name. The one happens in car crash, it's called impact force. Impact force. Okay, star. So the name of the force is, it's not friction lean. No, it's an impact force. The type of force, it's type of the contact force, but it happens when two things hit each other badly or strongly with a strong force. Like what happens in car crash. Okay, please memorize it, remember it. It's an impact force. Okay? Number 3. This force that pulls a nail to a magnet. Easy one. The force that pulls a nail to a magnet. Number 3. What is it? Question number 3. This force that pulls a nail to a magnet. Magnetic force. Excellent. It's magnetic force. It's a magnetic force. Excellent. Dima, Shahad, Noor, Hala, Jana, Malak. Excellent. Muhammad al-Mubarak, Lina, sorry. Amazing. The last one, it's one of the general types. This type of force needs to touch something to affect it. Very general. This is a definition of what? Which type of the main types of force? We have two main types of force. Contact and non-contact. This type of force needs to touch something to affect it. Which one? Not magnetic. Magnetic is for 3. Tell me number 4. Write the question number, please. 4. This type of force needs to touch something to affect it. I'm giving you options. Contact or non-contact? Lara Ahmed. Excellent. It's a contact force. So this is a definition for the contact force. Amazing. Excellent. All of you. Now we have different question, which is G. Write the forces below to show whether they are contact or non-contact forces. We have 6 different types of forces here. You need to tell me which ones are contact, which one are non-contact forces. Starting with air resistant. Contact or non-contact? Air resistant. Contact or non-contact force? Air resistant is contact or non-contact force? First one, contact. Excellent. Magnetic force. Second one, magnetic force. Is it contact or non-contact magnetic force? Magnetic force is contact or non-contact? Be careful. We said we have three main types under non-contact, and I mentioned them in the beginning in one of the questions. Lara, check your answer also. Okay, magnetic force is a non-contact. Excellent. Friction. Is it contact or non-contact? Friction. Friction is contact or non-contact? Write friction and then tell me contact or non-contact, because each one is writing different. Friction is contact or non-contact? Friction. Lara Ahmad, excellent. All of you. Contact. Friction is a contact force. Now, static electricity. Static electricity, is it contact or non-contact? Yes, Jana. Ma'am, how it's a non-magnetic? Okay, I'll explain to you. Let's answer the question, then I'll explain to you how to understand the non-contact and the contact. Star, I will explain, okay? So static electricity is a non-contact. Then we have gravity. Gravity is contact or non-contact? Gravity is contact or non-contact force? Yes, gravity is a non-contact force. The last one is water resistant. Water resistance is, Lara, gravity is a non-contact. I'll explain you how to understand it. Gravity is a non-contact. The last one, water resistant, is a contact. Okay. Now for whoever asked how magnetic force and static electricity and gravity is a non-contact forces. What does it mean, non-contact? Non-contact means it has the effect on the object without touching it. So, okay, Jana. Only three non-contacts we have. Only three. Gravitational force, electrostatic force, magnetic force. How to understand? Gravitational force. Let's say you throw a ball into the air. Still it will fall on the ground. Why? Because there is a gravity. The gravity has the effect on the ball without touching it. It didn't touch the ball to put it down on the ground. The gravity is a strong force, pulls down the object without touching it. Clear? Gravitational is clear? Okay, please stop explaining on the live chat so I understand where are the questions. We are explaining now the non-contact forces. So you need to know why we put these three under non-contact forces. Yes, we have 3 non-contact. Gravitational, we said. With gravity, the ball, even whatever in the air, falls down to the ground with the gravitational force. Without touching the object, it has the effect on it. Static electricity or electrostatics, the electricity has a force. It moves the electronics, like in the electric current, without touching it. Okay, we'll finish the non-contact first. Okay? The magnetic force, if you have a strong magnet and you have some nails far off it, and you just bring the magnet closer, but you don't touch the nails, you keep a small distance, still that magnet will pull these nails and stick them to it. So it has the effect, it has this force effect on the nails without touching them, and grab them until they touch the magnet piece itself. Okay, so when we say non-contact, means the effect of the force, occurs when the object or material does not touch each other. Yani the effect happens in the beginning, then they will touch. Of course, it will grab it to it, it will bring it to it, it will pull it. But the effect happens first without touching. Okay? Now when we talk about contact, there are too many types. When we said about the impact, the car crash, when they hit each other, this is an impact. They already gone towards each other due to driver's mistake or whatever. Then the accident happened and the effect will be the damage in the cars. But this is a contact because the force happens when the cars touch each other. Air resistance, air touch the object. Air anyway surrounding any object and it has its force on it. Friction, also two objects, okay, moving on each other or touching each other. Water resistance, similarly, you have the boat on the water is touching it, so it's carrying it, making it float. Clear? You understand now the difference between contact and non-contact? Please, if you understand, just tell me so we move to next. Understood? Clear? Excellent. Okay, we'll move to question H. Okay, H. John was playing with his team a football match. Unfortunately, while playing, his foot slips on the floor. He slides to the left with a force of 150 newtons. The force of sliding friction between his shoe and the floor is 150 Newton. So we have two forces here. Dana, after we finish the revision, I will re-explain to you. Okay? Dana, remind me at the end of the revision. Okay? Let's finish the revision first, then again I will explain the contact and non-contact. Here question H. We are saying John was playing football, he slid and to the left and he fall down. Okay? The slide force was 150 Newton. The friction force, the sliding friction between the shoe and the floor was also 150 Newton. What is the net force? Jana, what is gravity force plus friction force? You have a sliding force and sliding friction force. You have the sliding force and the sliding friction force. Excellent, Malak. Excellent, Hala. We'll do a subtraction, not an addition. We'll do a subtraction between the sliding force and the sliding friction force. So the result will be 0. So the net force will be 0. Of course, because they are equal, so the net force will be 0. Will John keep sliding? Will John keep sliding? Tell me. B. Will John keep sliding? Excellent, all of you. Excellent, Hala Ahmad and Lara, of course, and Malak and Kareem, Maha. Excellent. Of course, no, because it's a balanced force. Both forces which are going against each other are equal. So one will delete the other. So it's a balanced force. So he will not keep sliding. Now tell me, if yes, what direction? If no, why not? Why he will not keep sliding? As you all explained, the sliding force is 0 because the sliding force is 150 Newton. The force of friction is in the opposite direction and it's equal to 150 Newton. So the force is balanced. So definitely he will not move. Excellent. We'll move to the next question. 4 children are fighting over the same toy. Okay? 4 children are fighting over the same toy. Adam is pulling towards north with 90 Newton force. Kate is pulling towards east with 60 Newton force. Anne is pulling towards south with a 90 Newton force, and Tina is pulling towards west with a 50 Newton force. Okay? A is saying, draw and label the forces on the diagram. We need to draw the forces on the diagram. I will label them for you. Following with me? We need to label the forces on the diagram. Here are the labels. We have Adam towards north with 90 newtons, Kate toward east 60 newtons, Anne is pulling towards the south with 90 newtons, and Tina is pulling towards west with 50 newtons, right? Now the second B, the B question is saying, is there a net force on the toy? Is there a net force on the toy? And how much is it if it's there? Tell me your answers. Yes, excellent. How much is it? What's the net force on the toy? What's the net force on the toy? Yes, there is, of course. Excellent. Hala Ahmed is saying 10 newtons. Is it correct? How What is the force? What's the net force? Malak is saying 10 Newton. Dima also saying 10 Newton. Lara 10 Newton. Excellent. So it's 10 Newton. In which direction will the toy move? Tell me. In which direction will the toy move? You are saying there is a 10 Newton force on the toy. To which direction? Excellent. Ali, Jana, Muhammad, Jana, Arnaut, Lin, Shadid. To which direction will the toy move? Hala Ahmed is saying east. Who else? To the east, Lara saying. Janam Arnaut also. Dima. Inas Omar, it's correct, 10. Dana is saying east. East. Excellent. It's to the east. So who will get the toy? Who was pulling to the east? Who will get the toy? Who will get the toy? Tell me. Who was pulling to the east? Who will get it? Who will get it? Yes, Kate will get the toy. Okay, Roma, welcome. Because north and south are equal forces. It's a balanced force. Each one will cancel the other. Each one will delete the other. If you were following with us, we had a question in the multiple choice. When we have two forces, one is deleting the other. They are equal, so they delete each other as they are not there. As if they are not there. 90 will cancel the 90. None of them will be able to take it. But to the right and the left, we have different forces. One side 60, one side 50. So the 60 is stronger than the 50 by 10 Newton. So the toy will move to the east and it will go to Kate. Clear, Roma? Roma, are you with us? Tell me. Yeah, Roma? Shaima did not understand. Ali, have a question? Ask Ali. Dana, we are not here to make friends. My dear, focus on the revision. He said he's not from your school. In half an hour, Shamsa. Most probably. Okay, Roma, excellent. So we'll move next. We'll move to the next question. J. The girl is kicking the football. The arrows show the directions of two forces on the ball. Okay, the arrows, here we have two forces on the ball, the kicking force and the gravitational force. Draw two arrows on each of these pictures to show the two forces on each ball, moving to the right through the air. If the ball is moving to the right through the air, so what forces are there on the ball? Can you tell me? Jana, ignore please. Okay. Who can tell me the answer? Students, focus please. You're chatting with each other instead of answering the question. Moving to the right through air. Tell me where should I put the arrows? We need two arrows. Okay, Jana is saying gravity force. This is one. Okay, Malak, I'm waiting for your answer. Of course, the two forces of this ball, the two arrows, will be, is saying moving to the right through the air. Of course, we'll have an arrow to the right because of the kick force on the ball. And definitely, always, there is a gravity force on anything. Gravity force is always there. Whether it's stronger or no, it's always there. Okay, on the ball, he's saying draw the two arrows on the ball. So moving to the right, the ball will move to the right. It's already saying that. But the second arrow will be the gravity, which will be pulling the ball down. Not moving on the ground. If the ball is not moving on the ground, then the gravity will be one force, of course. And there is another gravity on the ball, which is the air pressure, right? We have an air pressure on the ball as well when it's not moving. And the gravity is the stronger force here, so the ball is not moving. We'll move to the last part of the questions. I need a proper, correct, full answers. Thanks, Jana. Okay, we have K. Question number 1. What are balanced forces? Please define. Define. I need a full answer. What is balanced forces? I explained it many times during the revision. What is balanced forces? Write full answers, students, please. Definition, Ali. Definition. Full answer. I will answer the first one so you understand what I mean by full answer. What are balanced forces? We have to say balanced forces are when two forces act in the opposite direction with the same amount of force. This is a full answer. Excellent, Lara. Yes, Ali. This is how we define and this is how we answer a full correct answer to a question. Star, you need to say when two forces are acting on an object, you have to say in opposite directions and the same amount of force or equal force, you can say. Okay? Question number 2. When does a contact force occurs? I explained to you contact force. There's a keyword always should be there in your answer. If it's not there, your answer will be incomplete. So what does a contact force when does a contact force occurs? Question number 2. We are in 2, not in 3, Malak. Malak, we are in question 2. When does a contact force occurs? When does a contact force occurs? A contact force occurs when the object or material exerting the force touches the object or material in which the force acts. You have to say the force touch the object. The force touch the object. Okay? Okay, question number 3. What does the force arrow represent? Malak, you define the force arrow. What does it represent? The direction and the size of the force you are saying? It does not represent the size. But you are right when you say it represents the direction of where the force is acting. It represents the direction of where the force is acting. Great. Great answers. Easy one. Number 4. List some of the effect of force. List some of the effect of force. Tell me whatever you know about the effects of force. Excellent, Zubaida. Now question number 4. List some of the effect of force. Question number 4. Force can move an object. Excellent. Ali saying twist, push, squash. Yes. What else? Force can change the speed of a moving object. Excellent. It slows an object and change shape, direction, and size, and also move an object and more. This is Lara. Dima is saying a force can move a stationary object. A force can stop moving object. A force can change the speed of moving object. Excellent. So you understand the question. So force can do a lot of things. Force can do a lot of things. Right? Force can make an object move. Force can make a moving object stop. It can change the speed of a moving object, change the direction of a moving object, change the shape of a moving object. Excellent. Now question number 5, sorry. What are unbalanced force? What are unbalanced forces? Unbalanced forces. Dima is saying when two forces acting on an object are not equal in size, we say that they are unbalanced forces. Malak is saying there is a net force acting on an object causing a change in motion. Star is saying when two forces acting on an object are not equal in size, so we say that they are unbalanced forces. Lara, when two forces act in the opposite direction but with different newtons. Okay. Hala, when unequal force acts on an object. Okay, Jana. So all of you know that unbalanced forces are when two forces act in the opposite direction with different amount of force. Excellent. Okay. What are the two main types of forces? I hope Dana is there because we will explain now again the two different types of forces. What are the two main types of forces? What are the two main types of forces? Dana, are you there? Great. Okay, after this question, I'll explain exactly contact and non-contact force. It's contact and non-contact force. So a contact force occurs when the object or material exerting the force touches the object or material in which the force acts. Non-contact force occurs when the objects or material do not touch each other. So when we answer correctly, we have to define each one here. What are the two main types of forces? We don't say contact and non-contact only. We need to say what is contact and what is non-contact. Okay? We are done till here. We finished the revision. If anyone have any question, you can just put it down in the live chat. Until that, I will explain to Dana again the difference between contact and non-contact objects, forces, sorry. Dana, with me? Okay, Dana. We said the non-contact force, it has the effect. Okay. Do you prefer I explain it in Arabic, Dana? Bye, Lara. Dana, do you prefer I explain it in Arabic? Yes, Dima, we are done with the revision. I will just explain to Dana. Okay, Dana. Dana, نحن هون نتكلم عن الفورس اللي هي القوة. اوكي؟ لما قلنا في contact و non contact يعني في قوة تأثيرها بيظهر على الأشياء بدون ما تلمسهم، والكونتاكت اللي هي عشان يظهر تأثيرها على الأشياء لازم تلمسهم. English, okay. English, sorry. Okay, Dana. Contact, what do you understand from the word contact? Contact is something in direct contact with something else. Touching it. By Shamsa, by Watan, by Dima. Okay, Dana? Two objects touch each other, then you can see the force effect. Like for example, when you are pulling the rope. Okay? Can you pull the rope without holding it with your hands? Definitely you cannot. So this type of force does not happen until you hold the object that you want to have the effect of your force on it. Okay? Can you make a boat float on the water without touching the water? No. You have to put it on the water, then you will see it's floating. So the water, which have the force in it, touching the object, which is the boat. Okay? When you want to bring something to you, can you bring it without touching it? With magic? No. You have to hold it with your hand, put your force on it, then you can bring it. So this is a contact force. When you want to kick a ball, you have to touch it. Anything, you have to touch it to put your force on it. This type of force is called contact force. The opposite is the non-contact. The non-contact force is not too many like the contact force. Most of the force we have is a contact force. But the non-contact force is different. The force have the effect without touching the object. As we said, when you kick the ball, at the end it will fall on the ground because of the gravitational force. So the force without touching the ball, the gravitational force without touching the ball, it will pull it to the ground. So the effect is happening before the ball touched the ground. Similarly, in the magnetic force, the magnet can pull an object to it. So even if you keep the nails far off the magnet, still the magnet can pull them, so it has the effect on the nails before touching them. And then this magnetic force will pull the nails, will make them touch the nail. So the effect of the force happened before the contact happens. And the third one is the electrostatic. Now, electrostatic, you will understand it more when you start studying electricity. Because electrostatic is kind of an electric current. When the electric current starts, it makes the electronics move in this electric current. And this power or this force which makes the electronics move, it's called electrostatic. You can't see it. It moves the object, the electronics without touching them. Clear now, Dana? You understand? So you have only 3 types of non-contact force that you need to know at this point of time. Contact, you will learn more in the coming lessons at your school about the contact object, like the water resistant and the air resistant and the other types of forces. Okay? Clear? If clear, Dana, tell me so I can. Excellent. I'm so happy that you understood. And if you have any other question, you can just write to me in the comments later and I can explain to you whenever you want. Okay? Good luck in your studies to you and everyone. Have a great evening. Thank you, Ali. Ali, if you have any other lessons you want me to explain or to have a revision about, just send me in the comments. Shahad, bye. Dana, thank you a lot. Same to you. Thanks to everyone. Thanks, Kareem. Sorry, Malak. Malak, create account to yourself by your name better and subscribe. Inshallah, Ali. Share it with your friends. Share it with your cousins, even in other schools. Whatever the curriculum they are studying. I can do whatever you want. You just need to give me enough time before so I can prepare. You need to give me a couple of days or a week before any exam so I can prepare for you. Okay?